Okay, everybody, I'm with Andrew today, and he wants to learn how to go a little bit more from the martial art karate to the kickboxing, which I'm really good at because I was a black belt in Kempo karate before I started I was only a green belt, I think, by the time I started kickboxing. But I was a karate guy, and I had to learn how to kickbox because the better guys had really solid hands. So he's already a really established martial artist, many, many years. You have a black belt in, what is it?
Shorin karate.
Showing you karate, that's right. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get started. I'm going to teach you my favorite little warm-ups. I'm sure you have your own, and I can learn from you too. But since I'm hitting the a little bit older ages, I'm 50 now, so I'm so satisfied with a good yoga workout these days, as opposed to just killing a heavy bag, because I've got in touch with my more sensitive side, I guess, and I'm mellowing in my older age. Don't worry, I still hit the heavy bag once in a while, but I'm going to incorporate some of my yoga for some of this. So we're just going to start by stretching up underneath it. That's it. You're going to go up and down on your toes a little bit. Basically just trying to get as tall as we can. Stretching sort of a little left, a little right. That's it. Now we're just going to go straight down, hanging. I forget all the names for these. There's a name for the yoga moves, but I can't remember. Okay, and back up top. And bend over. You're basically just hanging at this stage. Now the thing with this is, once we get going, I've noticed that it's only going to be recording who's talking, so it's kind of interesting, you know. So when we do the moves, you're going to have to do the counting yourself, so I'm able to see what you're doing. It's kind of opposite to the trainer usually counting for you, you know.
Yeah.
But it'll make better for a better tape, so you can watch this later too.
Absolutely.
Okay, so anyway, so we got that out of the way. Let's just get the hips really quick. It's nothing major. You know yourself. You just got to kind of warm up a little bit. Get the juices flowing all the way around. And switch directions. That's it. Let's do our head too. Left to right. Left to right. And front to back. So how many years you been training?
18, 19 years now.
Wow, okay. And circling the neck again, circle around. And the other way, one more time. That's good. Okay, so now we're going to bend over and then walk your hands out in front of you so you're like in a pike, or as we call in yoga, a downward dog. Here, how this is. Let me see. Can you see me?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, perfect. So we're just going to sit here for a moment, kind of stretch, bend your left knee, and stretch out your right hamstring. And then the opposite side. And switch it up. And again. And come to a plank. Just sort of get comfortable here. And you're going to put your left hand in front of your face. Go to the side of your left foot and reach up. That's it. And put your right hand down. Put your right hand in front of your head, face right. Go over to your right side and put your left arm up. We're just warming our core and our inner shoulders, because we're going to be using them a lot in our striking. Okay, left hand down. Again at your plank. How's your plank? Are you pretty strong?
So far, so good.
Okay, and back up into the downward dog. And again, stretch out your legs, right side a little bit, left side, bend the knee, stretch the hamstring. Okay, and back to the plank. And back to the, we're basically gonna go back and forth from the plank to the arc, okay? Just a few times. See what I'm doing, right?
Yep.
Just to warm everything up. And then you can kind of go left to right. And then a little push up, 1, 2, just sort of feeling it, and left to right. I go real slow with my shoulders and everything because we don't need those kind of injuries. Okay, so let's stand back up. Do you feel how we're sort of warming up our core with not, you know, and our shoulder joints and everything? It's very important to get all that. Okay. Now, this first part of the workout is simple, and everybody should have always done it if they're a good martial arts student and listen to their masters telling you. Repetition of the basics. So, well, first, do you know the basic boxing stance? Are you right-handed?
Oh, right-handed, yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna slide your feet, your right foot back, just past shoulder width apart, pivot 45-degree angle, and when you look down, you should be able to see a line from your heel to your toe. We want to learn it right the first time. It's the most important move right here is this stance. So I'm standing there, and you can kind of see the lines on the floor. I'm going to slide straight back, just past shoulder width, pivot 45. And at the gyms, we always had tape on the floor, so you can see there's a line. Because some people think it's like this or like this. No, there's a small line between your toe and your heel and you're about shoulder width apart. Okay, so you get that part?
Yep.
And as far as I'm concerned, there's no reason to learn both sides. You're either a natural ambidextrous or you're not. If you're not, there's no sense in wasting time. But that's the way I was trained. My coach just believed in learning your best side stays back here because that's your knockout punch. So that's the way we're going to do it. All right, so if you're in your fighting stance, hands straight up over your head. You drop your elbows right in front of you. And you basically, your eyes are just the same level as your fist. Yeah. See that?
Yep.
And your hands are slightly turned in like this. They're not like this. They're not totally straight. They're slightly turned in. It's almost like wringing a rag out. And you're totally relaxed. You're so relaxed. Nothing ever gets tense until the point of contact. Okay. That's good. Perfect. All right. So now your left jab, and this, I call it the Lennox Lewis jab because basically it's the perfect jab. It's the most basic thrown punch, but he was 6'6" and 260, I think. So when he threw it, it hurt. Trust me. Okay, so we're just gonna step. The key is to step with the jab. I mean, first it's just, okay, we'll do the hand, no step. Straight out, straight back. You're twisting your knuckle, straight back. It's so simple. It's straight out, straight back. The only thing you need to know is at the last second, these two knuckles hit and you clench you hit, but then you're light again. That part's the same as a karate punch, pretty much. It's like, that's it. Yeah, breathing is very important every time. Every time your fist hits or foot hits, you're breathing. Okay, so we haven't quite stepped yet. We're just boom. And our shoulders way up. Shoulders way up. That's the key with the Lennox Lewis jab is when you're throwing, he's throwing it, because John Davenport was his trainer, and he taught me the same thing. 4 things happen on a jab for a boxer. You step and punch is 1, 2, but the 3, 4 that most people don't know is you slip your head and block. And it worked because I was boxing. I went from kickboxer to boxer, right? And I wonder how these boxers, like the guy, his sparring partners, I sparred them more than I sparred him because they're huge. But I would spar them once in a while, and they just hit me so hard. And I figured it out. It was that right there. So, okay. It's all in stepping and not getting caught. So I would throw the jab at the same time as him, but my head would end up in the fucking rafters, you know? Because this guy he was the guy sparring with Lennox the first time I actually went to boxing and just sparred pro boxers, right? The heavyweight. So, yeah. And the reason why he did was he did the 4 things. Step and punch. That's a given. Step, punch, step, punch. Everybody has that, right? But the other thing was move your head and put your hand up. Because he's going to be doing the same thing as you. When you're in boxing, there's 1 or 2 things to do, a jab or a right. So it's always good. You're going to get a million jabs thrown at you as a pro boxer. So what I learned is what John Davenport said, and Harold the Shadow Knight, to slip. 4 things happen to jab. Slip, punch, boom, and move your head. So that's the perfect, it's like this. See this? He made me do this for 2 weeks on the heavy bag. Nothing about this. You can tell I still got it. And that's when I started landing my jab, because at the top of the game, number 3 guys, number 2 guys, you're about the same. So every little thing helps. And that was the main thing, right? 4 things happen on the jab. This is why I like working with an expert. It would took me a year just to teach you the first 2, but I could just add on those other 2 because I know you know the first 2, right?
Right.
Okay, cool. So let me see you practice it. You count. You say 1 and then do it. 2 and then do it and go to 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, very good for your first 10, technique-wise. Now let's add a little power to it, and that's going to come from the ground, which is right here. It starts here, and you're going to push off. It's going to explode. It's going to come right up your body, right up your leg, out to your arm here at the same time that steps. And here's the key. Here's the secret to Lennox Lewis jab. Step in between the legs. Everybody always boxing, throwing jabs out like this. No, step in between his legs and shoot that jab out, and you will hit him every time, especially if you ducked and put your hand up. He won't hit you, and you will hit him. Okay, so let's try that again. A little more power with the pushing off. A little more snap. And count. Do 1, and you did real good like that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, that's better. That's better. Now we're just going to take it to the next level. 1 more. That was perfect. The first one we did slower. That was a little bit medium. Now watch how fast I do it. Just emulate me. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, and I learned that from Mike Tyson. You have to explode. Okay, go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, perfect. There, we got it. So now you got it. It's just 2 more things to add to the regular thing, and just be very strong on your feet. That power comes from the ground. You knock guys. I knock everybody out in the street fight with my left jab. It's so funny. I'm like, I'm going to throw the right, and I'm already on the floor. Because you step into it. Okay, straight right hand. This is another really good trick. I learned this from like a personal trainer too, of all people. In New York City though. Okay. We got a good shout out to the Crunch Gym in New York City. They were good trainers there, very good trainers. And they taught me this after I was a champion. Pretend you got boxing gloves on your shoulders. Okay?
Okay.
And this is how you learn to fight from the ground up. The stance is everything, Okay, so your hands behind your head, your back for the first bit, right? Okay, so you're in the fight, your hands are behind your back, but your boxing gloves are on your shoulders. So when I jab, this is like the first round I would do this shadow boxing for 3 minutes. When I jab, it was just this. So if it was a 1-2, it'd be like, you know, and when we throw our right, you know, this is what I'm leaking, because I'm showing you the right. The right, the foot, back foot, as you know, turns out. That's all it does. Comes straight up your body, and the power. I know you know these basics, but this is good for others that may be watching and learning too. So from the floor, we're pivoting, and we're pretending our boxing glove is here, and this is the face we're trying to punch right here. Okay, we're not hitting it by reaching back. No, we're just going to turn it into it. Boom, dropping. It's called dropping bombs. This is a bomb. You're dropping it. Boom. This is going to be the best part for anybody trying to learn this boxing game right here. Bombs right here. Okay, so we're going to work the left jab and back. That's it. Forget. I'm not actually moving it because we're not hooking. When we hook, we're going to do this. We're just jabbing right now. Here's the box.
Straight in.
Yeah, you don't need to move it forward at all. It's just, see, I'm just going boom, boom. Now when I throw my right is when I pivot. Yeah. There you go. Now let's go from the right hand. You pivoted to the right. You're going to come back and stop. Okay, so I could still call a jab at this point, but I'm not going to call a left hook. But that means here's your boxing glove and here's your target. Okay, and what happened to my leg on the ground is it pivot in. So while I'm here with this angle, the right hand looks, this has pivoted, or sorry, stuck to the earth. This pivots for the right hand. It comes back. Now this sticks to the earth. This pivots. It's like you're a bear grabbing with your right hand and ripping across this way. It's like, whoa. So it's one at a time, though. We don't want to do the Watusi or whatever that's called. We want to do right, left, right, left. This is the perfect technique for punching. We're throwing the straight right hand and then the left hook. Straight right hand, then the left hook. That's it. Okay, so you do that. Let me see you count, go 1, and then jab, but you're just jabbing with your shoulder.
So we're just doing the jab right now?
Yeah, with your shoulder only.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, we're going to do 10 more just to be better on technique. Remember, we don't have to move it when we're jabbing. This is the boxing glove. That's all happening here. It's all from the feet. If you're thinking anything up here, you're missing the point that you're going to knock him out because of your feet work.
Right.
In between his legs right now, deep in between his legs, and shit back. Left hand out. We're doing the drill with no left hand. Shoulder. Boom. Step deep. Step deep. Okay, count and go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Come back quicker. Come back quicker.
6,
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, now add the actual jab in. Hands up, and count them. 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Very good. Perfect. Very good technique. You're starting to look like a boxer already. I don't even see the karate man no more. Awesome. Okay, so now we're just going to throw a straight right while we're there. Okay, I was showing you it from the other angle. You're just pivoting, and the right hand is coming from point A to point B, which would be the button, which is the chin. You're always shooting for that. Boom, and then you pivot back. You saw the pivot before from the floor angle from up here, just like that. Returning that punch off. Boom. Hands up, shoulders up. Okay?
Okay.
So go ahead, count, do 10 more, straight rights.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Quick.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That's it. Okay, 10 more, but make like you mean it. Now you're Mike Tyson. Here's the other thing about fighting. Even if you're not if you're a nice guy in real life, that's fine. But you can't be when you're fighting. You got to be a killer. So short, kill.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, perfect. No, I can tell you're the typical Canadian. You guys are so nice. Somebody helped me the other day here in Los Angeles, and at the side of the road with a broken down car. I was like, "Are you Canadian?" It's like, "No, but I'm from Michigan." I'm like, "Oh, okay, close enough."
Close enough.
Yeah, they don't usually help you out down here. Okay, so there's the 1-2. That's the main punches right there. The left hook, the way it looks from this angle, and this one's from Jimmy Fields. I love this one. He had the tightest left hook ever. It's just this. It's just that. You're just turning it over. And Leo Lougs and Peter Freer and all them guys at the Kitchener Kicks. We all know this punching because of Jim Fields. That's the feet work. Okay, to Jim Fields' tight hook punches and right hand. And here's the hand work. Notice how it's nothing. Man, I used to see little Joey Weber jump in there sometimes. He was a lightweight from Kitchener. And he could do it better than anybody, because here's what you want. You want to be 1, 2, 3, that tight. Because as soon as guys start punching like this, you're on the inside, 1, 2, 3. And you're going for the button. So you beat everybody to the punch because you're tight. It's amazing. And the crowd just goes nuts. Because once you get all your combinations in, you're super tighter. If you're tighter than the guy, you're going to win. So cool. All right, so let's see. Right hand, left hook. That's it. Because basically, you rarely throw the left hook unless you're coming off a right hand. To really, really feel that. There you go. So, all right, let's do that. Let me hear 10. Let's do 10 right hand, left hooks.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Perfect. Okay, so you almost mastered the hands. And now, as far as, mastering takes years, but you learned it, so now you master it. Muhammad Ali says you can learn the jab in like this amount of time, but it takes you years to master it. The key is going to be, though, remember that step in between the legs and drop, and we're dropping bombs. Now, here's a little bit of a fighter intelligence for you. The one thing I found when I used to have to fight people was I didn't like them getting too close to me. I wanted to be the one to choose where I hit them, and I didn't even want to think about them hitting me because they weren't going to get a chance. So I thought of it like a joust, when with the long sticks or whatever that was on the horses, and they would joust each other and they blocked, and what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
So whoever got the longest joust first and knew the technique. So I think of every first hit on your opponent should be the joust. It should be the bow staff. It should be the spear. It should be something long. Why get close enough to get hit by it? So, and lucky for me, I was a tall, long fighter. I'm 6'2". You fought from 155 to 195. 10-year career. So I learned to make my first hit kill. And that was my side kick, because you can't get any close. That's the longest kick you can actually land, is a side kick. Maybe a front kick, So I never even thought of throwing a front kick until the UFC came about, and all these guys started throwing front kicks to the jaw and knocked them out. And I was like, well, that's kind of like the side kick. So what we want to do is make our two deadliest weapons are the ones that keep the guys the furthest away. And that's going to be anything, a teak, a front kick, a side kick. Just keep them away where they don't grab your feet. Okay, so we're going to start with that. Well, let's just go with the front kick. You're going to be the basic. You're going to start with the left, step up, knee comes up, back, down, boom. Yeah, super, super basic. But this one works. This one works. In street fights, I mean, especially if you could fake them, we won't get too deep, but boom. Step up, kick. Yeah. And this first one, we're going to do instep. This is the self-defense kick to the groin. Okay, so you do 10 of those, counting them, instep to the groin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, good. Now you're going to do 10 more, but let me, you emulate me after I do a few. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just get a little more explosive, that's all.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, perfect. Now, back leg, same thing. It's going to be a little redundant here, but this has been a good workout. Basically, I want you to go through the front snap kick, instep, which you're doing now, so finish the other side, and then do front ball kick, and then do front stomp kick. So you're going to go through all three of them. It'll be a total of 30 each. 30 total. Go ahead.
So for front stomp kick, are you?
Yeah, yes. Here, I'll just show you. So you're going to do 10, 10 with the ball kick, and then 10 stomp kick.
So it's just like push out back in.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right. So
So
those are the three fighting kicks. That you could also call it a teak, you know, the stomp kick or whatever. So basically, we're going to go through all three, each leg one at a time. 10 on each leg for the three different kinds. So you're now going to your second leg, front leg, snap kick. Yeah, go ahead. I'll let you
so
go.
snap, stomp, and then snap and stomp off the back, or just snap off the back?
Just snap off the back. We're going to go through all 10 of each kind.
Okay.
So get the snap kicks out of the way, and then you're going to go back to your front leg, doing the ball kicks.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That's it. Okay, perfect. See what I'm doing? That's how I keep my technique up the best I can as I go through the technique at least a little. This is almost a warm-up, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we're getting technique down. Okay, so now let me see. The one thing I want to work on is the right roundhouse kick. How much, do you have space in there to do it Thai style where you could spin around? Or are you?
I'll find out real quick.
If not, because I do both myself. I mean, again, I'm just coming back from a hip replacement, so this is the first time in years I've been able to do this. But you work a couple of roundhouse kicks in, okay? So if you can't spin around in your room like this, I don't even think I'm going to try. And we're going to do the old school karate kick, which you should be good at, where it's more pull it back, right? That's it. And there's a reason for it. Oh, that's good. Yeah, you know the Thai kicks. You know the Thai kicks.
The first time I've ever thrown one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That was right. That was good. Well, here, let me teach you the proper way, though, if you've never been shown. And this is courtesy of Shuki Ron and Harold Knight. both amazing typewriters. The key, and I've studied Ernest Hoost, he's the best doing this, and Rob Carmen, is to step into the roundhouse kick. Oh, I'm glad we're doing this. I love this. I had to learn this stupid thing at the end of my career. We never had leg kicks until the end of my career. Oh, did they hurt? Okay, the key is this. Again, we're back to a stance, right? Okay, looks like we're boxing. Looks like we're boxing. What we're about to do is break somebody's femur, and here's how it starts. That's it. You watch Ernest Hoost and Common, all those guys, slow-mo. Before they throw that right round kick, that's all they do is step, opens it up. And if you look at my groin area, how it opens this hole up, I'm stepping, and this is the key. The knee's coming up to the outside because it's then, these are the Dutch tie kicks, okay? The Dutch tie kicks are the baddest in the world. So it was that little step. Open, knees coming up. Depends how high we want to come down. But then it comes down. See how it's starting to come down?
Yep.
And you strike. Protect. Make sure you look at a target. It's hard to do this kick. Pretend there's a target there, and you're gonna hit it. And when you don't, you just let your momentum spin you around. That's it. That's the tie kick. And like I say, the way the Dutch do it is the ties are a little more slappy. They kind of slappy it. I shouldn't say that because they're brutal, but compared to what the Amsterdam style is, they step, knee comes up, hip comes up, comes down, and then cuts into the femur with the bone. And then as you connect, here's the secret. Now, here's the secret. It'd be easier if I was there, you'd feel it. But as this lands on your femur, I'm going to give it a last little bit of a, you motherfucker. And that takes that wicked slapping tie kick to a new level because it adds that, like you push that bone in as it lands. Okay. Did I explain that right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so watch me. Ready? It's just step. I don't have quite the flexibility I used to. Yet I'm coming back. I'm making a comeback, dude. Got a new hip. Step. Okay. Step. So full speed is just like this. Good. Okay, you do them. Count first so we can see it. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, cool. You're getting there. This is a tough kick to master. The things to think about is getting that step. As I say, the knee kind of comes up, comes down, you flip it around. But remember, think about, and we're going to go do this on the heavy bag. As a matter of fact, let's use this to go to the heavy bag now. Because this roundhouse kick, you're going to be kicking this heavy bag probably harder than you've ever kicked it before if you can get this tie kick, this Amsterdam tie kick now. So let's head over to the heavy bag. Okay. Now, yeah, wherever you're most comfortable to land that right roundhouse kick. And you're going to go for probably just like above the, more like waist height. Just because, so you don't throw, bash that heavy bag to the wall. Okay, so yeah, go ahead. Just free fall that roundhouse kick I was showing you. Try and practice what I just showed you. Okay, perfect. You're doing the exact same thing almost everybody does on this one at first, but not for long. The only thing, and this is going to take you back to your karate days. I need when you're throwing that kick, I need your foot to be like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
In the old karate school way, where you point your heel up.
But you're turning the hip over more.
Yeah, full hip extension, full. Yeah. More pivot in that, in other words. Okay, move, step to the left. Don't forget, step to the left, then throw it, and then make your point your butt at the heavy bag. Yeah. There you go. Yes. There you go. Yeah, here's what you do. Take a little more time in between kicks, because sometimes you're nailing it and other times I can tell you're rushing it. So take a little more time in between kicks and think when your foot hits the bag, your heel's pointing at the bag. Step to the left. Yes. Step to the left. Opens your. There. Okay, now just a little bit more technical here. I want you to focus on, watch how my leg, once I get up nice and high and it's coming around, there's a point where it's going to whip down. It's almost like you're whipping a rope. Comes up. You're coming down. You're cutting.
So more a downward angle.
Yeah. Go ahead. Try. Let's do a bunch more like that. Cut it down. Go lower. Pretend you're going to his legs now. You're going to his legs. His femur. Okay, that's good. Let's go to the left now. We killed that right. So switch to your left now, and you can do it either by switch kicking or just by having your leg back, whatever's most comfortable for the beginning. Yeah, let me just see how you normally would throw it. Okay, yeah, this is smart. For when you now you're going to step to the right though. Make sure your right foot is taking a step to the right, and then you crank it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, okay, that's good. What's your stretching like? Can you kick to the head?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, then I want you to go ahead because we're doing good here. Let me see how your Thai roundhouse kick is basically the shin kick to the head. Let me see how that's looking. Oh yeah. Okay, now you're doing it perfect pretty much, but just think of what I said as far as the whole Amsterdam style goes. When your shin is landing on the heavy bag, okay, as it's landing, give it a little this, and
So just kind of like push the hip forward a bit more.
Yeah, and the part that you're landing with, if you're trying to, is right here. That's how Chris Weidman broke Silva's leg. This is the strongest point. If you're going to block with this part. And if you're going to kick with that part. Best case scenario.
Yeah.
So go ahead, try and get that up as high as you can. And slam it in there like it's a baseball bat. Yeah, okay, perfect. Now, yeah, let's go back to we want to work your left side a little bit more, but let me teach you a quick drill. You're hardly ever just going to throw one kick. Almost any time, if you're going to throw that roundhouse kick, the tie kick, you're going to start it with a jab or a hook. That's what the Amsterdam guys do, because this opens your hip up, okay, by throwing a left hook, it opens his hip up. Okay, I'm throwing a left hook, opens his hip up. Like they actually do that when they jab, they open this hip up because they're gonna cut it down. Yeah. So basically, you never just throw a roundhouse kick. It's always at least a jab and roundhouse kick. Left jab, roundhouse. Left jab, roundhouse. And then, or left hook, roundhouse. Left hook, roundhouse. You see how, because one, it's like throwing a right, faking a right before you throw the left. It's all about the speed. Yeah, you could even just slap them in the face. That's what I love about UFC. They got those gloves. They could just slap them if they want, just to take the attention off, and then drop that leg kick into the femur. Oh. Okay. So throw your gloves on. We did a lot of technique tonight, and I know we talked a lot too. So if you're okay, I'll keep going. Can you keep going?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good. Yeah, because we're just getting to know each other. So, and I got nothing else to do after this. So I'm getting a good sweat on just watching you. Okay, so I'm going to basically time you 2-minute rounds. I want to see what your boxing level is right now. So we're just going to start with boxing, no hands. I'm going to let you go for a couple of minutes. Okay, go ahead.
So just anything I want?
Yeah, just let me see where you're at boxing-wise. Okay. Okay, that's good. Oh, your camera seems to have stopped. Is your thing still on? Are you still there, dude? Hello?
Yeah, mine's still going.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
You're frozen on my end.
Mine just froze up. Am I back now?
It seems to be froze.
Because I can still see you. You're still moving fine.
Okay. Well, boy, I'm afraid to hit stop because if I do, I might have to start a whole new thing and send you another link. And we're in the middle of a workout. Oh, wait.
Can you see mine now? I just restarted it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe just restart it. It's right now the screen's black. Let me see.
actually showing it's on my end.
Huh.